Okay, well, we've just entered our first sort and we see it here, and that was, I think that was video number 6. And now it asks us, do you want to enter another sort? And we're going to say yes because we have another sort to enter. We have a number of sorts to enter, so we say yes. And it asks for the identification. So just like I mentioned before, I'll write on this one that this is my second entry, right? And for the first entry, what I did was I put new, like the name new, right? And then I said graduate student, right? And female. And this student happens to be a PhD student, so I'm going to put P, right? And then she is person number 2, so I'm going to put a number 2. So, and then I'm going to write down who she is. So new GFP and 2. And now I'm going to enter that, right? Remember, can't have more than 8 letters. And it says to enter her sort in. So we'll see if this one has any duplicates or missing items. So we'll start entering. So we have 10, right? 43, 15, and 33, and we hit enter. And we go along just like we did before, right? Entering our numbers. Right? And I'm going to pause it while I finish entering these, and then we'll see where we stand. Okay, now we're about to enter the last column. So, 26, 12. You notice, by the way, that I don't put any commas in here. Commas are ASCII characters. We don't want those in there. And, oh good, well this one automatically says the sum is 0, the mean is 0, right? So is it okay? Yes, it is okay. If I wanted to change anything, I could certainly do that, right? Do I want to change anything? I could say yes. Right? Give the value for the column I want to change. So say I wanted to go to 5, right? And I'm just gonna enter them, and I could enter them in a different order. Well, it doesn't even matter, right? 26, 12, 8, 14. I'm just entering them again, right? And it shows me what it looks like. And do I want to change it anyway? No. Do you want to enter another sort? Well, it ends up that right now I've only printed out 2 sorts, so my answer in this case is no. And I could change previous sorts here. I could delete a sort, right? I could show a previous sort, so I could go in and say enter the number of sort. I want to see what sort number 1 looked like. There it is, right? I could ask what the status is of this study, and it just tells me the title, the range, what the columns, how they're set up, and how many sorts are entered. This is really handy if you kind of lose track of where you left off, right? Opposed to going in and viewing all the previous sorts, you can just do this query, right? And hit enter to continue. And now I can hit X, right, to stop entering sorts. And if I do that, right, it just brings me right back to my initial menu, right, where if I was done entering sorts, I could then start thinking about how I wanted to extract my factors, which is either 3 or 4. You don't do 3 and 4. And then how I want to rotate, if I want to do it by hand or if I want to do it by a Varimax. But those are going to be future videos for us. And so I'm going to enter a few more sorts, and then we'll work on some of those aspects.